And a good morning, Wenatchee Valley, and a good morning, North Central Washington. It is Thursday, the last day of November, November 30th, 2017. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Is it 8 o'clock yet, Steve?
Dan Kuntz,
Thank you.
our host. Great show, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, and it's nice to be a part of it.
It's good to have you back.
Well, you know, I've been on assignment over the past few days, and you know, we say that when we leave for a few days, but in my case, it's true. I was on assignment.
You were on assignment.
I was doing an in-depth report on the flu season. Unfortunately, I lost my objectivity.
You got pretty sick.
I got sick.
Yeah. Nobody sounds good on the phone at 3 in the morning, but when Steve calls me up at 3 in the morning, then you go, Steve, why don't you take the day off? But you're back at it. You actually came to work yesterday, did a limited work duty.
Yeah, but it's nice to be back in the saddle again.
You look good. You look fine.
Well, all things considered.
And boy, you're talking
Compared to what? Right?
Beats the alternative. And boy, we're throwing you right back in it. We got just a boatload of news today, don't we?
We do. We got a lot to get to. So anyway, you get things rolling here.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show today as we wrap up November and welcome December, which is tomorrow. My guests in the second half of the show. You notice, Steve, we have a baseball on the desk.
Yes,
and that means, of course, we're talking basketball. A little bit later on today. Katie Atkinson from the Town Toyota Center and Braden Drew will be joining me. Central Washington University, the men's basketball team, is going to play a game on December 19th at the Town Toyota Center.
Oh, really?
That's pretty cool. They're coming up from Ellensburg, and Braden is the big guy who's going to be sort of coordinating everything. He's a Central Washington guy, so a basketball player, loves sports. Anyway, we'll be talking with him. It'll be a great conversation.
Oh, wonderful.
Yep. Weather forecast is coming up, your past report. We also have quite a bit of sports to get to. Nice victory for the Wenatchee Wild. Way to go, guys. We have the obscure holiday. We have birthdays. We have today in history. We have everyone is entitled to Mike McKnighty's opinion and a whole bunch more on this Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. You ready to go around the valley?
Let's check out the cameras.
Let's do it. We're going to find out together because I have no idea.
A nice little lady actually contacted us the other day about our beautiful images that we provided to us by Sky-Fi. And she says, you ought to label them at the bottom to say
That's
what
not
we're
a
looking
bad
at.
idea.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea at all. Well, let's see if we can figure this out, Steve. I'm looking at that, and I think that's Leavenworth. That's Wenatchee, of course. We always begin with that camera. And look at the fog. Now, the fog is going to burn off, Steve. We're not going to see sunshine today, but the fog will be burning off 9:30 or 10, and then we're going to be stuck with some clouds for most of the day today. A little bit of light precipitation, some snow in the mountain passes. Forecast details.
Looking out on the north end, I can see some lights again.
Yes, we had a power outage out near the Harley Center across from Wenatchee Avenue from the Red Lion. We'll have that story in just a couple minutes. Camera 2, it's downtown Wenatchee. That's below the fog level. You can see the Coast Wenatchee Center Hotel to your right. You can see the Bob's and the rest of the downtown businesses there on this Thursday morning. Pretty light commute right now, isn't
Well, I was going to say the street pavement too is a lot less sparkly than it was yesterday too.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, no problems on the commute today, and you won't have to scrape your windshield either. Remember yesterday we had thick frost, really thick frost and slick driving conditions. Not going to be the case today. You can just hop in your car, fire it up, and head on off to work. Camera 3. Take us to Billy Goat.
Billy Goat, looking down on Pateras.
Isn't that just incredible?
Somewhere under the clouds.
There are no words to describe that shot. That is just
There's a couple of minutes though when the sun starts to peek through that little layer of clouds there. It's going to be really pretty.
Everybody's going to be dealing with clouds and fog today, by the way. Just a heads up on that. Details on the way. Camera 4, let's find out together, Steve. And that is Rock Island. I nailed it. Rock Island. You can see the golf course.
You got it, yeah.
Yep, you can see the golf course, and you can see the low clouds and the fog. Good morning, Rock Island. Thanks for joining us. In fact, if you look carefully, Steve, I think you can see the Rock Island Visitors and Convention Center.
Well, there it is.
Yeah, you can see it. It's right there. So here we go. It is the last day of November 2017. Man, did this month just fly by, didn't it?
I thought I saw Dan Solom there playing golf.
Yeah, knowing Dan, he's probably out there. He'll play till the snow falls. From the National Weather Service, here's your forecast. Again, the fog that we're dealing with right now is not going to stick around very much today. It will eventually burn off, but we're not going to see sunshine. Going to be cloudy today, light precipitation, just super light precipitation, nothing big. High of about 39. Yesterday afternoon was gorgeous, Steve. Sun came out, hit 45 degrees.
Well, that 4 of a kind looks like a winning hand to me there.
Yeah. Oh, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Doesn't that look nice? A little on the chilly side, but quite a bit of sunshine. So there's a frontal boundary that's currently over western Washington. As the day progresses, it tracks its way into our area. We're expecting some light rain today, no snow. Mountain Pass is going to get some snow, though. Heads up there. So slight chance of light rain, just lots of clouds, high of 39. Mostly cloudy, dry tonight. Overnight low of about 32, going to be chilly. Friday, partly sunny and 41. That's where we kind of have a mixture of the clouds and the sun there. And then another system comes in Saturday with a chance of rain in the Wenatchee Valley and snow in the upper elevations. Saturday's high of about 39. And then starting with Sunday, Steve, look at that.
Oh, boy.
Loving that.
Now we're talking.
Yep. And remember, tomorrow is December 1st. You're a big fan of having a white Christmas. Growing up in Southern California, you probably never had a white Christmas.
No, we had to drive up to the snow
right.
for Christmas, but no.
It's,
the thrill is gone as far as I'm concerned.
Let's go to the mountain passes right now, which, by the way, a couple of things on the mountain passes. If you're going to drive in the mountain passes today, just a quick heads up, please, ladies and gentlemen, use an automobile. No advisories, no restrictions on I-90 roadways, pretty much bare and dry. It's looking good. No restrictions on Stevens Pass. No problems there. As you can take a look, Stevens Pass looks just fine. Nothing happening there. Same deal with Blewett. It's really quite quiet everywhere. A couple of patches of frost and ice here and there. And not surprisingly, Steve, you will run into those fog banks
right.
as you climb up the pass. Boom, your visibility goes from quite a bit to nothing very rapidly. The forecast for the mountain passes today, a couple of inches tops as far as snow is concerned, and it will be later on today as that system rolls through that we were referring to earlier. So today, 1 to 3 inches, more like 1. Tonight, again, a couple of inches. Then Friday, as that system really makes itself felt, they're talking 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches of snow on Friday, an additional couple of inches Friday night, additional couple of inches on Saturday, additional couple of inches on Saturday night, and then they go to dry weather just like us.
I was going to say that bodes well for Mission Ridge, which was not able to open up during the holiday, but they've been getting some good nighttime lows to make some snow and some additional snow coming this weekend, so that's good news.
Yeah, hopefully they will be open.
Yeah.
That would be really, really good news for our friends at Mission Ridge. So basically what we're going to have down here in the valley floor, light sprinkles, quite a bit of clouds until we get to Sunday, and then the sun comes out, and you just take sprinkles and clouds for the valley, and you just transition that into snow in the upper elevations. But again, not a lot of snow. It's just going to be a consistent light snow beginning later on this afternoon, really lasting through Saturday. But the plows will be keeping ahead of that. Trust us on that, all right? It is 7 minutes after the hour on this last day of November. It's November 30th, 2017. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live from Studio 7 here in downtown Wenatchee. 1 minute away, Steve Hare has your Thursday morning news.
Onward through the fog.
On the NCW Life channel.
Fruit Barn has so much to be thankful for and invites you to their holiday open house. Come and enjoy hot cider, wine tasting, and tasty treats as they celebrate the announcement of being open every month of the year. Leavenworth Quilt Company inspires ideas from simple to amazing with gorgeous fabrics, interesting patterns, and inspiration for all levels of quilter. Shop Dilly Dally, a wonderful gift shop with many one-of-a-kind gifts and a corner just for the little ones. Stop on by this Saturday for the open house at Praise Fruit Barn.
What's with Courtney?
Oh, everybody at Apple Valley Honda knows she loves Christmas.
You're gonna love the HRV and our lifetime warranty. And doesn't the color remind you of Christmas? Yeah, I love Christmas. It's the most magical time of year. I help put people in Hondas, some of the safest vehicles on the road. It makes me feel like Santa. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
And now it's time for your local news update with Steve Hare.
Well, good morning and welcome to our newscast for this last day of November, Thursday. Some people are waking up to the dark this morning in North Wenatchee area. Chelan County PUD crews have been working through the night to restore power to hundreds of customers on Wenatchee's north end. This after a car crashed into a street-side transformer box last night. Police say the driver, identified as 24-year-old Hyun Woo of Wenatchee, southbound at a high rate of speed when he lost control of the car. Power was knocked out when that vehicle struck a utility box and then hit a light pole. Power knocked out for businesses on Wenatchee Avenue, extending from North Miller south through about 9th Street. Customers in the mobile home park behind the Red Lion Inn were also without power. There was no estimated time for when electrical service would be fully restored, although we understand that there are a few businesses and residences that have their power back. Also today, Kashmir area motorists are being made aware of a hazardous tree removal project that continues this morning. It started yesterday. Chelan County PUD working with the city of Kashmir to remove 18 of 57 Norway spruce trees along Evergreen Drive due to threats to power and fiber optic lines in that area. Chelan PUD Forestry Operations Manager Bill Sanborn says many of the 60 to 80 foot tall trees are leaning precariously and need to be removed before the storm brings them down. The work was scheduled to start yesterday and then continue for several days. Evergreen Drive will remain closed to the general public. Also, a Peshastin man suspected in a burglary at a McDougal and Sons fruit packing house in Douglas County was arrested over the weekend. Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl said 24-year-old Maverick Delzer was in possession of several items that had been reported stolen from the company's shipping and receiving building in the Baker Flat area off Highway 297. Now, the sheriff says Delzer was identified as a suspect after a family member, who was also a co-worker, reported seeing the stolen items in the pickup truck that she identified as the suspect's vehicle. Delzer was arrested after deputies found the pickup parked at a residence in Peshastin. Well, she told Douglas County Sheriff's deputies that her foot slipped off the brake pedal and then onto the accelerator. That apparently the cause of a minor injury accident that occurred Sunday evening on Fancher Heights Boulevard near East Wenatchee. Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl, his news release said the driver said she and two passengers were in the neighborhood looking at Christmas lights when the vehicle hit a curb and then rolled over 3 times, ending up on its top in someone's front yard. Jesdahl went on to report that deputies found alcohol and a legal amount of marijuana in the car, but the driver showed no signs of impairment and was not charged. She was transported to Confluence Hospital, though, for treatment of minor injuries. One passenger who fled before deputies arrived returned to the scene and reportedly became belligerent, according to the sheriff, and cursed the investigating deputy. The sheriff said there was no reason to detain him, and as he described it, said the man left the scene while delivering some parting obscenities to the deputy. The driver was cited for speeding. Governor Jay Inslee is slated to start interviewing candidates for 2 soon-to-be vacated judge positions on the Chelan County Superior Court. Judge Alicia Nakata retires in January, and Judge T.W. Chip Small retires in February. Chelan Douglas County Bar Association has forwarded to the governor the names of 2 local attorneys who were rated as highly qualified to serve on the bench. Travis Brandt and Kristen Ferreira outpolled several other attorneys in a survey of Bar Association membership. Brandt currently serves as president of the Bar Association. The governor will also consider applications that were submitted in writing with his office from other attorneys. To be eligible to be a judge for appointment, candidates must be a member of the Washington State Bar Association. At Tuesday night's regularly scheduled meeting of the Wenatchee School Board, they welcomed 3 new members that were elected in November: Michelle Sandberg, Sarah Knox, and Sonny Hemphill. The new board members took their oaths of office, administered by Chelan County Superior Court Judge Leslie Allen.
Repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michelle Sandberg,
Do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of Director of Wenatchee School District Number 246.
of Director of Wenatchee School District Number 246,
Chelan County, State of Washington,
Chelan County, State of Washington,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
There you go. We got a whole lot of things to sign.
Now, the 3 new board members ran on a joint platform of positive change, hoping to usher in more transparency, collaboration, and setting higher standards for education in the Wenatchee School District. Well, this Friday, December 1st, Sage Hills Trail was closed to hikers and mountain bikers to provide winter forage habitat for mule deer, and CW Life's Grant Olson has that report.
Seasonal closure affects all lands owned by the Chelan PUD and the Chelan-Douglas Land Trust, which encompasses the area between No. 1 Canyon and Horse Lake Road. PUD wildlife officials say because of the early season snowfall, mule deer are already seeking cover and forage. The PUD owns about 960 acres in the heart of the Sage Hills and manages the area as a wildlife preserve as required by its federal license to operate Rock Island Dam. The Chelan-Douglas Land Trust supports the area closure by closing public access to the Sage Hills Trail system at area trailheads. Plans are to reopen the Sage Hills trails to hikers and bicyclists on or close to April 1st of 2018 if habitat conditions do allow. I'm Grant Olson, NCW Life News.
Checking that scenery up there on the hills, April 1st can't come soon enough.
You remember last year we had that incredibly wet October, and then we had a lot of snow. It was a La Nina year, and it's going to be another La Nina there this year. We filmed that. I was there when we went up and filmed what you just saw, that footage that was up No. 1 Canyon. That was maybe late May.
Yeah.
And I've spent quite a bit of time up there, and I have never seen the beauty like that we had last spring.
Vibrant colors.
The ground was just saturated, of course, with water, and there were plants that were popping up left and right. It was just the purple and the gold and the green was just magnificent last spring.
Well, it's a treasure that we have up there, that trail system, and hey, the more they can do on the land trust level and the PUD level to keep that preserved, hey, the better.
It's good to have you back, and that means we kept everything together news-wise. But of course, we always appreciate your help when it comes to news. So you look at the bottom of your screen, that's all the different ways you can get a hold of us.
That's right.
You can use our Facebook page, just go there and message us. You can email us directly with the email address that you see on your screen. You can pick up the telephone and call us, because we got a telephone, which is a really neat deal. Or you can email your tips there. It's all right there. Just check it out.
That's right.
Yeah. Also, we have a contact tab on our website, on our homepage. ncwlife.com. There's a little contact us thing. Click on that. We'll get the message.
That's right. Or you can just drop by the station.
Yeah, we're
right here at 201 South Chelan.
We're pretty nice people.
Yeah.
You know, maybe bring an omelet or something like that. Would be kind of cool. The news with Grant Olson will come your way at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock tonight. 5, 6, and 10. Grant Olson, your news anchor. Everything you need to know that happened in the Wenatchee Valley, North Central Washington on this Thursday, and a little package so you can get all in the loop, because we like to keep people in the loop. Steve, I know you got to go back to work.
And you've got a lot to get to here, too.
Yeah, it's a busy day for a Thursday. Normally Thursdays, I kind of coast right through and go, is it 8 o'clock yet? Well, it's not 8 o'clock.
Not as long as I'm here.
That's right. Steve cracks the whip. It's 7:18. We're going to take a 1-minute break. When we come back, sports and everything else you're used to. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.
I'm Eric Grandstrom with NCW Life Sports.
I'm NCW Life News Director Steve Hare.
Catch us on LocalTel Channel 12.
You can watch us on Charter Channel 19 or stream us live on ncwlife.com.
Follow us on Twitter and like us on
Where
Facebook.
we cover the local high schools, the Wenatchee Wild, and the pro teams out of Seattle.
On Saturday, we have a 90% chance of rain.
Catch it all right here on the NCW Life channel.
When family come to visit, bring them to Kashmir for a fun Applets and Cotlets factory tour. Liberty Orchards celebrates 97 years making delicious candies such as the original famous Applets and Cotlets and other fruit and nut specialties like Fruit Delights, fruit chocolates, and nutritious orchard bars. Liberty Orchards Country Store is open 7 days a week for your holiday shopping. Try the delicious confections at the free sample bar and share with family and friends out of state with easy online ordering. Liberty Orchards, taste the goodness.
19 minutes after the hour here on this 30th day of November 2017. It is the last day of November. Good Thursday. I'm Dan Coon. Sports, let's play some basketball. Let's do some bowling. Let's do some swimming. The prep schedule for today. We'll start out with boys basketball. Here's your schedule. Chelan will be at Tenasket. Ephrata travels to Leavenworth to take on Cascade in their cool new gymnasium. And Manson is at OMAC. That's the boys' schedule. On the girls' side, again, Chelan is at Tenasket. They'll get going a few hours before the boys' game does. Ephrata is at Cascade, and Manson is at OMAC. The rest of the prep schedule for today includes boys swimming and diving. Everybody out of the pool. Kids swim. Big 9 pentathlon is East Wenatchee at Moses Lake with Eisenhower and Davis. That's a lot. That's at 4 o'clock. In wrestling, it is Cascade and Cle Elum. They have a jamboree. That's at 6 o'clock. Girls bowling, Eastmont is down in Yakima, the gateway to Wapato. They get going at 3:30, and Wenatchee will be at Davis. Eisenhower, they bowl at Nob Hill Lanes, and Davis bowls at Minda Lanes. Bowling is underway. Wenatchee Wild began a three-game road trip last night in Vernon. Sam Morton and A.J. Vanderbeek came through once again as the Wild picked up a big road victory, 2-1. Art Checker had the call to the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network. Footage courtesy of Hockey TV.
Stratton fights forward on the near side, but gets chiseled away. And here comes Lambert. He's in, he shoots, and he scores. Lambert picked up the puck on the left wing and cut across in front, and he was able to slip it through, and Park got a piece of it, but it had just enough on it to crawl underneath and squeak across the line. Wild getting a change. Sam Morton will play it over in the right wing, snaps it back up top for Kim. Kim back over for Morton. Morton drifts across, a shot, bouncing, it's in! That hit something on the way through. It deflected and then bounced up over the glove hand of Taylor. And that'll be a power play goal. Back up the near side, punched away, and here comes Vanderbeek. 4-on-3 rush, back across for Souter. He shoots, save made, rebound, score! And Taylor is beside himself as the shot came in and the loose puck was on the doorstep, crossed the line. And the Wild have taken a 2-1 lead with 28.8 seconds left to go. Sent back into the Vipers zone, 6 seconds left. Vipers look to come out of their own end. Long stretch pass gets chipped away and then drilled the length of the ice by Wenatchee as the horn sounds. And this one goes in the books. A W for Wenatchee as they score the game-winning goal in the final minute of play. A.J. Vanderbeek is 13th of the season from Weatherby and Souter. That's the difference in the game.
Good start for the Wenatchee Wild on their three-game road trip up to British Columbia. On Friday, they'll take on Salmon Arm, and then Saturday, it's West Kelowna before they return to the Town Toyota Center next week. It's Thursday. That means hockey night here on the NCW Life Channel. Their game from November 22nd. Wenatchee Wild in Vernon is our featured game tonight during hockey night here. It begins with Call to the Wild in Clarkie's Corner at 7, and then hockey action right around 7:15. Check it out, Wenatchee Wild playing good hockey again. College basketball last night. I watched this game. Gonzaga, no trouble dispatching Incarnate Word, 103-68. Rui Hachimura had 18 points. Zach Norville Jr. chipped in 17 points. And finally, the Seattle Sounders host the Houston Dynamo tonight at 7:30. Western Conference Finals, Leg 2. You can watch it on ESPN. It's at CenturyLink Field. If the Sounders win, they will move on for the second straight year to the championship series. Go Sounders, 23 minutes after the hour on this 30th day of November. I am Dan Kuntz, and you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on a foggy Thursday. Again, the fog will be burning off, but we're not going to see any sunshine today. But look forward to Sunday, and then all of next week we'll have gobs of gooey good sunshine, and I love the sun. Your obscure holiday of the day today, it's kind of funny. It's the last day of the month, and you're supposed to do this on a regular basis anyway. It is Computer Security Day, which goes back to November 30th, 1988, when computers and the internet began to really start getting going. Identity theft, fraud, malware, ransomware. It's amazing how creative people can do to get into your computer and make your life miserable. So check your security today. Have an up-to-date antivirus protection. I can't tell you how important that is. Make sure your Windows update is enabled. Your firewall is turned on. Your software is up to date. All that basic knowledge. And the one biggest thing of all, and I can't stress this enough, passwords. Don't write down your password and put it underneath your keyboard. just don't do it. It's as simple as that. Computer Security Day. And don't forget to do the backup. And you can do it so it backs up into the cloud automatically in the middle of the night when you're sleeping. So in case your computer completely crashes, all the info is retrievable. Computer Security Day, which is not only November 30th, it should be pretty much all the time. Common sense rules there. 25 minutes after the hour. Let's do Today in History. 63 years ago today, it's a remarkable story. Sylacauga, Alabama is the site when Anne Elizabeth Hodges, she was taking a nap on her couch on a lazy day when a meteorite the size of a grapefruit crashed through the roof bounced off her large console radio and hit Hodges. Hit Ann Hodges in the side. She was badly bruised, you can see her right there, but otherwise she was okay, she recovered. This remains the only documented case of a human being being hit by a rock from outer space. The meteorite was confiscated by the local police department, like they had any right to it. The police turned it over to the United States Air Force. They went, what are we doing with it? Both the Hodges, who lived in the house, and the Hodges landlord, Bertie Guy, they said, it's ours. It landed on my property. They ended up suing each other. Anyway, the long story is they ended up getting together. They thought they're going to make a lot of money off this meteorite. The judge eventually said, yeah, the meteorite belongs to the people whose property it landed on. They had offers of up to $5,000 for the meteorite. They ended up paying $500 for the rock. They were hoping they would get their investment back. They did not. By the time they got the rock back, after all of this legal thing, people had forgotten about it. Anyway, the only known case of anybody being struck by a meteorite, think of the odds of that, happened on this date 63 years ago today. 35 years ago today, November 30th, 1982, Michael Jackson's sixth studio album entitled Thriller was released worldwide in just over a year. It took 1 year for Thriller to become the world's best-selling album, and it remains to this day the world's best-selling album. Everybody had a copy of Thriller back in the early 1980s. Estimated worldwide sales as of this year, 66 million copies, so you might be familiar with that album, which hit record stores 35 years ago today. 19 years ago today, November 30th, 1998, they inked the deal. Exxon and Mobil got together. They signed the deal worth $73.7 billion, thus creating ExxonMobil, which at the time was the world's largest company. It isn't anymore. Last I checked, it was 10th on that list. They've been surpassed by Walmart and many, many others. So the giant conglomerate ExxonMobil got together on this date 19 years ago. They were number one, now they're number 10, and they keep going down the charts. They got some issues there. And 18 years ago today, November 30th, 1999, remember this, the WTO riots in Seattle? What a mess that was. Police were caught completely unprepared. The opening ceremonies were canceled. 157 individuals were arrested. They were eventually released, lack of probable cause. In fact, they got money, $250,000 from the police department. They had to pay to the protesters for arresting them for, they shouldn't have been arrested. The mayor of Seattle at the time declared a state of emergency, a curfew. There was a 50-block no protest zone. Eventually, the National Guard was called in by the governor. It was a bad, nasty few days in Seattle at the WTO meetings, and the riots, for lack of a better term, happened on this date of 1999. And finally, 28 after they are, we got some birthdays for you today. All three of these gentlemen have passed away, but all three of them have notoriety, including one person who's about as big as they ever came. We'll start out with Samuel Longhorn Clemens, of course. His pen name was Mark Twain, the American novelist, the critic, the humorist, the father of American literature. I think he deserves that title. Of course, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, his short stories, his essays. Mark Twain, the great American novelist, maybe the greatest, hard to say. Born in this state in 1835, passed away at the age of 74 in 1910, Mark Twain. I don't know what to say about Winston Churchill. He may have been the most important person of the 20th century. He was voted by the residents of England, of Great Britain, as the greatest British person ever. That's not bad. Winston Churchill, the first person ever declared an honorary citizen of the United States. To me, he is the most fascinating character of the 20th century. Winston Churchill was born in this state in 1874, lived to the ripe old age of 90. Passed away in 1965, Winston Churchill's birthday today. And Alan Sherman, this guy is probably all but forgotten now, which is kind of sad. The American actor, comedian, game show host, singer. Alan Sherman, for a very brief time in the early 1960s, was about the biggest recording star out there. His first album, My Son the Folk Singer, which came out in 1962, at the time was the fastest selling album ever, including the famous song, Hello Mudda, Hello Fada. Alan Sherman, his career was very short, almost forgotten today, but for a while there, he was about as big a celebrity as there was here in the United States. Alan Sherman was born in this state in 1964. It is exactly 30 minutes after the hour in this Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Don't forget, coming up here in just a few minutes, Katie Atkinson from the Town Toyota Center And Braden DeGrew will be joining. Yes, I got that correct. For the big basketball game, Central Washington University is going to travel up the highway and play a basketball game at the Town Toyota Center to kick off the NCAA Basketball Showcase coming up on December 19th. This is going to be a fun conversation. Looking forward to that. Everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion here in just a couple minutes as well. But I want to remind you about the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive, which is underway right now. We want every child in our community to have a brand new unwrapped toy, or 2 or 3 or 9, underneath their Christmas tree. So all we're asking you to do is as you go out and do your holiday shopping, bring a new unwrapped toy and bring them to any of our drop-off locations, including both Les Schwab locations in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. Our studio is here at 201 South Chelan. Country 104 KKRV at their studios, which is located right next to Albertsons on the north side of town. The Wenatchee World has a collection box. Sangster Motors has a collection box. Works has a collection box. Columbia Valley Community Health, you can't miss them. Hooked on Toys. So do it, all right? Do it. It's so easy to do, and it makes you feel good. New unwrapped toy. Buy it and put it in the box. They are all over North Central Washington. If you want a list of some of the hotter toys and some of the toys that the kids really want this year, go to the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive Facebook page. There's a ready-made list for you to do. All right, we need your help. Every kid deserves a toy, a new toy for holidays. All right, 31 minutes after the hour. Everyone is entitled to Mike McNally's opinion. It's 2 minutes away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
This is the NCW Life Community Calendar, brought to you by LocalTel. Head on down to the Wenatchee Valley Museum December 2 from 10 to 4, where kids of all ages are encouraged to come and make handmade gifts and crafts, warm up with a cup of hot cocoa, and get their picture taken with Santa. Also, Stage Kids will be performing Bah Humbug, a musical adaptation of A Christmas Carol, November 30 to December 2 at the Numerica Performing Arts Center. Tickets can be found at numericapac.org. For more information, visit ncwlife.com.
Alone, it can be hard to reach our dreams. It can feel like you aren't welcome anywhere. When no one's there to clap. Taking on the world by yourself. But when we come together, when we lend a helping hand, when we set the stage, when you support causes you care about in your community, lives are changed. You make a difference in someone's life when you give. Imagine the impact if everyone in our community gave 10%. 10% makes a difference.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Turn back the clocks and grab the ice melt. Winter weather is here. This is Corey at Rose Tractor. If you're looking for a reliable way to clear snow, look no further than Cub Cadet. For sidewalks and driveways, a Cub Cadet snow thrower will get the job done in a jiffy. For larger jobs, a Cub Cadet Challenger utility vehicle with a snow blade will handle about anything. You can depend on Cub Cadet for years of reliable performance, and we'll help you select the best model for your job at Rose Tractor, family-run business at the corner of 3rd and Rock Island Road in East Wenatchee.
Ladies of the Wenatchee Valley, do you know the secret of receiving the perfect gift for your birthday, anniversary, or Christmas? We have the answer for you at Collins Fashions. Come in and fill out a wish list. You can choose from beautifully crafted jewelry, handbags, and luggage from Brighton, stylish wallets and handbags from Lotus, cozy sweaters from Icelandic, zip fleece from Tommy Bahama, fashions from Joseph Ribkop, and Collins gift cards. Our little elves can contact your loved ones and share your wish list. Complimentary gift wrap and amazing service at Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNally, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. So, Charles Manson is dead, and the internet and social media has been celebrating this event and adding the surety that Charlie is now burning in hell. Well, is he? I mean, how do we know? Now, as horrible as a person as Charlie Manson was, why are we always so eager to have people go to hell? I mean, if God truly does have mercy and compassion on people, if God really does understand where we are coming from and has empathy for the circumstances that have caused our life to be the way it is, the things that form us, isn't it responsible? Isn't it possible that our eagerness to see Charlie burn might not be shared by the big guy upstairs? Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I'm not saying Charlie Manson doesn't deserve to burn in hell. I mean, come on. But then again, so do I. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Is this really what we're going to do on our girls' night out?
We should go to Club Crow. The bar and grill in Kashmir?
Yeah, let's go.
Looking for a fun-filled, friendly hometown atmosphere? Club Crow Bar and Grill in Kashmir is the place to be. Hi, this is Justin. Here at Club Crow, we have a full bar and restaurant, live music, a dance floor, pool tables, pull tabs, and live jam sessions the first Sunday of every month. Club Crow in Kashmir, the coolest place in town.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Life is about memories and lasting impressions. With Boswell's expansive 2-story showroom of quality home furnishings, you'll find everything you need to create a home to remember. Need assistance? From fabric options and complimentary design service to complete home makeovers, Glenn, Buffy, and Teresa are there to guide you. Come into Boswell's and find inspiration and comfort for every room in your home. Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is State Representative Kerry Condata inviting you to check out our newest show on the NCW Life channel. We call it the 12th District. Each week, we'll be taking an in-depth look at various political issues that affect our area, our state, and the world. We'll be featuring local and statewide experts on the subject matter at hand. Please join us weekly for the 12th District with yours truly, Kerry Condata. Check your channel guide for times or go to ncwlife.com for details.
"38 minutes after the hour on this Thursday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I am Dan Kuntz, your host. My guest today bringing college basketball for the first time ever to the Town Toyota Center. In fact, it's going to kick off the big NCW basketball showcase on December 19th. Central Washington University drives up from Ellensburg to take on, I'm sorry, Braden, I forgot already. Who's Central playing?
Northwest Nazarene, NNU.
NNU, which is it's going to be a great event. Braden DeGrew, who's kind of leading all this, and Katie Atkinson to my far left. Katie, of course, is from the Town Toyota Center. Braden has DeGrew Financial here in town. How are you?
Good.
We were talking off camera. I thought with all that you're doing to make this thing happen, you must have some sort of connection to Central Washington University. You don't really.
Zero. Absolutely no connection to Central at all. Besides, I am on the foundation board.
Okay.
But I didn't go to Central. I never went to school there.
But you did play basketball because you're a lot like me, just a big, strapping, handsome son of a gun.
Yes.
So I noticed we have that in common.
We do, yes.
And I shaved and you didn't. So why Central? Why this? Whose idea was this, Katie? Was this your idea? Was this Katie's idea? Who said let's bring Central up?
This was definitely Braden's.
Okay.
I mean, I brought it to Katie, and Katie was like, hey, that sounds good. I talked to Mark at the Town Toyota Center as well, and he said, yeah, that'd be great to have like an NCAA basketball game here in Wenatchee, which we just have never had. So I've been proposing this to Central for 4 to 5 years now to try to get them to bring a game and have it in Wenatchee. And I've been working with the athletic director over there, the foundation board, the president of the college, and every year it's hard to schedule a game at the Town Toyota Center because we have to wait on the Wild schedule.
Mm-hmm. And that doesn't come out till July.
Right.
Right.
So it's been really, really hard for us because in the GNAC, at the conference that Central's in, we have to have all the games lined up. I mean, our games are lined up for next year already. So it's just been really difficult. So a lot of the games we've been getting is, a team out of Canada, Quest, right, or Longera, or Walla Walla College, a small Division III school. And I didn't want that. I wanted a good league conference game that would be a really, really good draw, and so that it would just be a good basketball game.
And so this was a game that was already scheduled as a home game down in Ellensburg, and they simply moved it?
Right. I mean, this is a home game. We're taking a home game away from Central. So think of that as a head coach. Okay, we're gonna say, look, we're taking a home game away from you, and off of your home court. It's a league game, so it's an important game, and we're gonna move it to Wenatchee, which is basically a neutral court, and play a league game.
It's not a neutral court. Wenatchee has a whole bunch of Central Washington University alumni here. Of course, Central and their relationship with Wenatchee Valley College is extremely well known. It's the closest sizable school to Wenatchee. It's an easy commute for those Ellensburg kids who are probably going to be on Christmas break at the time anyway, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I bet you're going to have a good crowd.
Yeah, the ticket sales are going really well as of right now. They're available online. But it's also the start, the kickoff to our NCW basketball showcase, where we bring in high school students from all around the state. So we're really excited, and a lot of teams are excited to bring their kids the night before the big kickoff, and they can watch a big time game and kind of get the kids amped up.
I love to watch the kids during the NCW basketball showcase. The sponsor, by the way, for that, because that's a sponsored event.
It's by Gisa Credit Union.
Thank you.
Yes.
The Gisa Credit Union NCW basketball showcase. To watch the kids from the smaller schools come in, because they're used to playing in the bandbox little gymnasiums.
Yeah.
And they walk into the Town Toyota Center and they go, wow, this is an arena. I hit the big time. They love that, don't they?
Oh yeah, it's a lifetime memory for them. We have multiple kids that come back and they're like, oh, I played basketball here, and they just love it. So.
Well, and you have Kashmir and Chelan kicking it off that first day on Wednesday.
Yep.
I mean, men's and women's, which is great. I mean, that's going to be a packed game.
Wenatchee and Eastmont will be playing a game there.
Yep, Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So the boys and the girls will be both playing.
But it all kicks off with Central Washington University. Once the idea was planted, and as you said, it took 4 or 5 years to make this happen. Coaches okay with it? Teams okay with it? Central, I mean, was it pulling teeth to get them to finally come up here?
No, I think they're 100% on board. They're really excited to come to Wenatchee now, and they think it's going to be a great event. We've tied it into our Rotary clubs, and we're going to host both teams. We're not going to favor Central 100% and say, hey, we're just going to take care of the Central program and not take care of the NNU. Monday, they have a shoot-around at the Town Toyota Center, and it's open to the public. So if youth and young kids and AAU coaches want to go there, the coaches are open to, letting people come in and interact with their players and their kids, which is really, really cool. And then we're having, on Monday evening, we're actually going to host each one of the teams. One's going to be on East Wenatchee and one's going to be on Wenatchee, and we're hosting them at a local Rotary member's house.
Oh, cool.
And so we're having team dinners. We're going to roll out the red carpet for both teams to try to make this more of an annual or every other year event.
I smell a tradition brewing here,
We
Katie.
hope so.
I
Yep.
smell a tradition happening.
And we have a lot of alumni coming. They're doing a 5:30 pregame for Central Washington University alumni up in the Top Shelf Lounge. So it's open to the public and all alumni. And I know that NNU is working on one. I don't think the details are quite set, but definitely stay tuned for that one.
And the most important thing, if you're a hoops junkie, by the way, there's the poster people are seeing there on screen. If you're a hoops junkie, it needs to be pointed out, Braden, this is high quality college basketball. Yes, it's a smaller school, but these kids got game, don't they?
They do. I mean, most people have not really they're not used to the Division II NCAA level, but this is NCAA, A basketball, and a lot of these athletes had Division I offers, or they're at a Division II school for a certain reason. You'll see Division II schools knock off lower tier Division I schools all the time. So it's not like if you play a Central Washington versus a Seattle University or a WSU, they're going to get blown out by 50 points, right? It's going to be a 15 to 20 point game maybe, or it's going to be closer. So I mean, you're going to see high quality basketball, especially with it being a league game, and both of these teams are they're predicted to be about 3rd and 4th, both of them in league. I mean, it's going to be a heated, contested match.
I've already checked both of their schedules and what they've been doing so far. both teams, and they're good teams. They're good teams. They got high quality talent. The roster for Central is impressive.
Yeah.
These
are kids. I mean, a lot of them are from the West Side that have went to really powerhouse high schools on the West Side.
Yeah, you see that on the roster. Rainier Beach, O'Dea, Garfield, Nathan Hale. These are top quality programs, high school programs.
Right. And NNU, I mean, they're loaded. They have a really good roster as well. They have a new coach this year. So Paul Rush, he's a brand new. This is a first-year head coach for him. But I know Central. I mean, they've sent out over 9,000 to 10,000 invites to alumni. Right. They have a lot of Central people here in the Valley, right? But NNU, they have some alumni around here as well. I know, former player Josh Cooprider, Wenatchee High player.
Yep.
He played at NNU, and I know he sent me some text. Hey, I'm going to come back from Seattle. I'm going to come back just to watch this game. We had Kydell and Brent Darnell coach at Kashmir High School for the girls. He's an NNU grad as well. So there's NNU people here. Even Ed Weidenbach. He used to be the head coach at NNU, and he lives here locally as well. So, I mean, they're going to have a little bit more of a following, I think, than people, think. I mean, they want to be able to, show up and support NNU as well. So, should be a fun competition.
Who decided $10? You're going to get $10 worth of entertainment. That's incredibly good. Who decided that? That's pretty good.
Well, I guess that's on me, but. It's a little more than what you would pay to go to a CWU game, but that's because we are doing a $1 back donation to the CWU Foundation and also a $1 back to the Rotary International Group here in town.
And probably, and I might correct me if I'm speaking out of tune, Braden, you want to see as many high school basketball players come and watch this game, don't you? Just to see the next level.
Yeah,
this is a great teaching opportunity for local coaches and schools and even youth basketball.
Right, youth, like young AAU programs, the smaller, one of the cool things we're going to do at this game at halftime is we're going to have two teams, a men's, fourth grade boys, and then we're going to have a girls team as well, and we're going to give them 5 minutes at halftime. So we're going to have local teams that are going to be at halftime. We're going to do an extended halftime, and we're going to allow them to have the girls out there scrimmaging, and then we're going to have the boys out there scrimmaging. And they're going to be the 4th and 5th grade, the younger kids.
They're going to love that.
They're going to love being on the court. On Monday, we have Central Washington is going to be here from 10:30 to 12 over in East Wenatchee, and that's going to be, again, open to the public. They're actually going to be going to one of the youth basketball camps here in town, and that's open to the public. So all the young kids and the AAU coaches and any of the coaches that want to attend, they can come and introduce themselves for an hour and a half, and they can meet the players and the coaches. So it's really, for us over at Central, more so, it's more, hey, we want to have a community outreach. It's more than just basketball. What we see this at some point, really wanting to accomplish is, hey, let's bring the men's basketball program over first. But let's do that, try to see if we can do that annually every year. But then why not bring our music department or our arts department over in future years and put that in the pack and just have more of a presence in the North Central Wenatchee Valley area.
Well, Nick Kali, who is runs the Central Washington University Orchestra down there in Ellensburg, of course, is also the conductor and the musical director of the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra. And so Nick comes up and rehearses with those guys. Of course, they'll put on you got the big Nutcracker, the traditional show coming up. So there's a lot of connection between Ellensburg and Wenatchee.
Yeah. And I think we want to have more of a presence over here. I know Central, I know from a foundation board standpoint, we want to have more of a presence over here. It's something that we want to get more involved and not just always be saying, hey, we're asking for money and this and that. We want to give back. This alumni event that Katie talked about, it's a free event. If you're an alumni of Central, we want you to come, and it's on the Central Washington Foundation board of the Alumni Association. It's just come and enjoy the game. Just use it as networking and a fun event just to socialize.
You mentioned the court real briefly, Braden. The court is actually, I think, slightly larger than, say, what like a high school court is, right? I believe it's like NBA regulation court that the Town Toyota Center has.
I believe so, and there's also some extra space just for chairs. They do all the setup on the court, so all the players' chairs are and the bench, and then as well as the score clock and everything. So.
The one thing that we've noticed, and we covered a number of the games last year during the NCW Basketball Showcase, brought to you by Gisa Credit Union, get the sponsorship in there, is the depth thing is a little cattywampus. You have to get used to it because they put the court right in the middle of the rink, and of course a hockey rink is 200 feet long, and a basketball court is half that. You put it right in the middle, and so when we play basketball, we're so used to having a glass backboard and then a wall right behind it at your gym, but you don't. It's 100 feet of space out there, and it takes a little while for your depth perception to get used to that.
Yeah, and that's why they're really big. Both teams are doing hoops again, like Braden said, on Monday, as well as prior to the game on Tuesday. So they definitely want to make sure the players come and get a feel for the arena, know what they're working with. But it's a lot of fun to see the court on the ice covered. It's definitely a different atmosphere.
Is one of the best investments that the Town Toyota Center made, because when they bought the basketball court, they didn't really never hosted a basketball game, but eventually we probably will. Let's get a court now and see what happens, because if they were playing on the ice, they'd be falling down all over the place.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fun to watch though.
Yeah.
They'd be slipping all over.
Sounds like broom ball again or something.
Can you two stick around? I want to talk about some upcoming events for the Town Toyota Center while you're here. Go watch some really good, high-quality basketball on December 19th. It's the kickoff event of the Giza Credit Union NCAA Basketball Showcase. We'll talk about that and some more cool stuff with Braden and Katie. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on this Thursday on the NCW Life channel.
The 2017 Ski-Doo Summit sleds. Next generation REV platform. The most powerful two-stroke engine in the industry. For the unmatched handling and power to own the next side hill, the next drop, the next ride. Ski-Doo. What matters is what's next.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with a voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life channel.
Broadway's Cirque Dreams celebrates the 10th anniversary season of Cirque Dreams Holidays. Charm, sparkle, and talent by the sleigh load, says the New York Daily News. Over 20 of the world's best acts, 300 spectacular costumes, unforgettable music, and Broadway spectacle. Vegas meets family entertainment hails the Boston Globe of this season's must-see Cirque Dreams Holidays.
December 26th at Town Toyota Center, locally sponsored by People's Bank. Get your tickets today at towntoyotacenter.com.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services, including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. See us at the Plaza in Chelan for all your holiday needs.
And we are back on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan Kuntz alongside Katie Atkinson and Braden Drew. When Katie first reached out for me a couple of weeks ago to do this interview, I misread the email, and she said, "I'd like to bring in Mr. Magoo." And I thought, I love him. It was my favorite cartoon, the guy who couldn't see. It's not. It was Braden Drew. I got to read the emails more carefully. Just 30 seconds ago, we saw an ad for, what is it, Cirque Dreams Holiday? Was that what that was?
Yes.
That looks incredible.
It's going to be phenomenal. It's a Las Vegas themed show. It's a family show. It's the day after Christmas, so December 26th at 7:30, and it is acrobatics on top of theatrical, so there's skits and singing, and a lot of people are really excited about it. So.
It looks like there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on. There's over 300 costumes. They have people coming they're doing a whole United States tour, so we're really excited that they're going to be in Wenatchee.
And it's cool to be able to get them when they're, because as we mentioned before, if they're not touring, you can't get them.
Exactly. I mean, it is hard to get them at Town Toyota Center, but we're really excited that they were in the States, so they're going to come our way.
And tonight is come on down, the price is right.
Yes, it is. It's at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. We still do have tickets available. You can come after 4 p.m. and register as a contestant. And they do draw randomly, so you do have a chance to get called down and play one of the many games they have.
How did this is the second year that The Price is Right live on stage has come to the Town Toyota Center. There's no real secret way to get up on stage, is there? It's there's a lot of legalities they have to jump through.
Oh,
So
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
show up, you have as good odds as anybody else, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's no pre-picked players. It's all drawn from the contestants that sign up prior to the show.
You taking your wife? You better.
She really wants to go.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're going.
I got to figure out a way. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
He's
Full
on
of
record
excuses.
now. Mr. Magoo is bringing his wife.
Hope you're watching.
So we got Price is Right tonight, and then the Circulate Dream holiday thing. I just butchered that. What else is going on as we get closer to the holiday
So
season?
we do have the NCW Basketball Showcase by
Brought to you
Giza
by
Credit
Giza
Union.
Credit Union.
I'm getting better at that.
Yes.
And also the CWU game again is at Tuesday, December 19th. And then we have a lot of hockey.
A lot of hockey.
A lot of hockey.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good. The schedule worked out good this year. Wenatchee Wild usually takes like a 2-week Christmas break. A lot of the Wild players will go back home and just take a little break. And then they're back at it. They have games at next week.
Yes, we have Wednesday, December 6th
A Wednesday game. So.
And that's at 6:30.
6:30, yeah.
Yes.
The Wednesday games are at 6:30. It's important to remember that
It
because
is,
normally
yeah.
it's at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then they have games coming up right near the New Year too, right?
So we have December 15th and 16th, and then we do have the 30th and the 31st, or 29th and 30th,
29th
excuse
and
me.
30th, that's right. So.
Yep, not New Year's Eve this year, which is, we like that.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. You're not bored there at the Old Town Toyota Center.
No,
are you?
we are very busy.
Let's wrap up the conversation where we began. December 19th, Giza Credit Union is presenting the NCW Basketball Showcase. All the teams will be high school teams playing over a period of days, but they kick things off with the first ever collegiate basketball game, not an exhibition. This counts. This is a league game.
League game.
Yeah, so it'll be great. Tickets, can you just walk up and buy them at the box office?
Yep, absolutely. Just say you want to come to the Central game, and they're $10. So
Okay.
really affordable.
Cool. And again, just to wrap this up, I know you're a member of the board of directors, but you've really stepped up to this. I mean, if you didn't get involved in this isn't happening, right? I mean, I don't want to get your big old ego there, Braden, but
probably. I mean, probably not. I don't. There's a lot of people that's been involved. I mean, we've had, the sponsors that have came, Goodfellow Brothers, Sportsman Warehouse, Elite Hoop Effects.
Oh, you got Elite Hoop on board.
Right.
Great. Good.
So CPI printing, all these, we've had a lot of people come together to make it really happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, I mean, I know Central wanted it to happen. It was just kind of nailing down the date, the time, the right opponent. There's a lot of things that had to line up.
And you mentioned this earlier. This was a 4 or 5 year process to make this happen because there's schedules that are done so far in advance, and then you have to wait for the Wenatchee Wild to release their schedule, and you have to find a date, and you have to have everybody agree. Was there any time in the last 4 or 5 years before you actually inked the deal and it was a done deal? You thought, this just isn't worth it. I can't put this together.
No, I think I always knew that it could happen. I always knew it could work. But I mean, we tried to get the women's Central Washington women's program over here as well. They're playing on that same exact night. They're playing in Central at a home game. So, but you have to get the opposing team and the opposing athletic director to approve it. There's so many different people that have to say yes to make this happen.
But you finally made it happen.
We finally made it happen, and it's really, like you mentioned earlier, it's really for the young kids. Like my sole purpose in this really is to expose the young kids and expose the middle school and the high school kids to be able to have them come out and see this level of basketball and not have to drive to Seattle or Spokane. I mean, they can get it right here, and they can see a really, really good top-notch game, and they don't have to watch it on TV. They can watch it courtside, which we have a great arena. I mean, it's close. Every seat is good.
Yeah.
So
I'll ask you one more question before we cut you loose, and this is for both of you, Katie and Braden. What can us here in the Wenatchee Valley do to make this an annual event now? Because it's the first one. There's going to be bumps along the road, but we want this to be an annual event. What can we do here in the Wenatchee Valley besides buy a $10 ticket and show up?
I think a lot of it is community support and showing Central and NNU that we're really behind this event and bringing our kids and just showing up. I mean, we just want to be there for them and show them that we are a community and that we can make things big and bigger and better.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get close to selling out this event, I mean, that's going to just speak volumes, because you want the other opposing team that's playing their away game. I mean, if we can convince Central to, hey, we're going to give up a home game every year to bring it over here, the opposing teams that they're playing, whatever team that is, We want NNU to have a great experience and to be like, hey, the atmosphere was unbelievable in Wenatchee, so that other schools in the conference, they want that Wenatchee game.
There you go, Katie. Thanks for dropping by. Don't be a stranger, Mr. Magoo. Always a pleasure to see you. All right.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow, Friday, December 1st. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.